The NFL season is back, and that means it's time to do picks against the point spread. Hi, I'm Nate Jacobson, and each week I'll go through each NFL game and pick each game against the spread. Let's start off with what happened on Wednesday night. I picked the Cowboys to cover +4 over the Giants, and they did. I picked that. I thought it was going to be a close game on a Wednesday night. Giants, a little shaky defense, and their running game kind of questionable, and that proved to happen as Tony Romo picked apart the Giants secondary, and the Cowboys get a big win on the road. Let's just move on to the lines that are on Sunday and Monday. And each pick I make, the lines are as of Thursday night. So I looked into a little bit of trends this week, but also I'm making these picks on my regular season predictions based on what I did a few days ago. One trend I did find interesting was from Beyond the Bets. Week 1 NFL underdogs coming off a 10-loss season have covered the spread at a 58.4% rate since 1990. And in 2011, those teams that lost 10 games were 6-1 against the spread. So there's 6 underdogs who lost 10 games last year. So I'll go through those games. Underdogs I think will cover. I like the Rams +7.5 over the Lions. Not a big fan of the Lions this year. I'm not a big fan of the Rams either, but I think that the Rams could at least make it a touchdown game. Browns +9 over the Eagles. That's in Cleveland. And I think with some injuries to Michael Vick, the Browns can use their momentum behind a rookie quarterback in Brandon Weeden, a rookie running back Trent Richardson, and make the game very close. Another underdog, Redskins. I like them +7 over the Saints. I think RG3 is going to have a great year this year, and I really do not think the Saints are going to be good with Sean Payton suspended for the whole season. I think that it's going to be just a key loss to have a great coach out, and that the offense for the Saints will still be good, but that the defense will struggle. And even though they're at home, I like the Redskins +7.5. A game that I'm very confident about, the Bills +3 over the Jets. I really do not like the Jets this year. I love the Bills. I think they can sneak in as a wild card team. They really improved adding Mario Williams, so the great pass rush in a division where you need a pass rush to get to Tom Brady. And the Jets they just seem like a mess with Sanchez versus Tebow and just their players talking and Rex Ryan talking to the media. And I think the Bills will actually win outright against the Jets at home, but the Bills +3. So those are 4 underdogs I like that lost 10 games last year that I think will cover. 2 underdogs that I don't think will cover and will lose. The Colts. I like the Bears -10 over the Colts. I think it could be a close game, but I think the Bears at the end would pull away at home. Their offense has looked great in training camp and part of preseason with Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall now there, and I think Andrew Luck will be a little overwhelmed by Brian Urlacher and Julius Peppers. If Urlacher is good to go, I think he is, at least for week 1. Our other team that was underdog last year that's lost 10 games, the Dolphins, and they are going to Houston. And this is a line that I've noticed has gone from, at the beginning of the week, 10 points all the way to 13. So it indicates a lot of people are liking Houston, and I don't blame them. I watched Hard Knocks, and there's nothing I liked about the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill was he was okay, I guess, in preseason, but I don't think he's ready to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. And I don't see a problem where the Houston won't win by more than 2 touchdowns. For most double-digit lines in the past, I've always picked the underdog, but in the Bears and Texans case, going up against rookie quarterbacks, I like them as the favorites. Other games on Sunday, Patriots -6 over the Titans. I think Tom Brady will have a good breakout game in Week 1. Chiefs +3 over the Falcons. Chiefs are a home underdog, and at Arrowhead Stadium, it's a tough place to play. They didn't do so well last year in Week 1 against the Bills, but neither did the Falcons when they traveled up to Chicago and lost pretty badly. I like the Jaguars +3.5 over the Vikings. I think the Vikings could win maybe by a field goal. Both teams are very bad with second-year quarterbacks, Blaine Gabbert for the Jaguars, and Christian Ponder for the Vikings. In the later afternoon games, I like the 49ers +5 over the Packers. I think the 49ers defense could contain the Packers, and Alex Smith can make enough plays to make it a close game. I think the Packers will still win that game by 4 points, but I like the 49ers against the spread. Seahawks, they're going to Arizona, and I think they'll cover. They're a 3-point favorite over the Cardinals. Russell Wilson gets his first start, and John Skelton gets the nod over Kevin Kolb for the Cardinals. And I think the Seahawks are actually going to be pretty good this year. My NFC division prediction to win the NFC South prediction, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're a 2.5-point underdog against Carolina, and I think they'll cover and win. I think Cam Newton's going to struggle his sophomore year or second year, and the Buccaneers under Greg Schiano could really make some noise and be a sleeper in the NFC. Going on to the night games, Steelers +2 over the Broncos. It's in Denver, but I just not convinced Peyton Manning is going to come back to full strength, and I think the Steelers, they'll be very revenge-minded for what Tebow and the Broncos did last year to them, and I think they'll come out and play well. Going on to the doubleheader on Monday night, I like the Ravens -6 over the Bengals. The Ravens, maybe they'll play in honor of their great owner, Art Modell, and I don't think the Bengals are going to be good this year. They were good last year, but I think the Andy Dalton and A.J. Green combo won't be as good and lethal as it was in 2011. And to cap off the night, in the week, the Chargers, 1-point favorite on the road in Oakland, and I don't like Carson Palmer Oakland this year. I like the Chargers to compete in that division with the Chiefs. I like the Chargers -1. If I had to pick of 5 teams I was most confident in, I would pick the Bills +3 over the Jets, the Texans -13 over the Dolphins, the Seahawks -3 over the Cardinals, the Buccaneers +2.5 over the Panthers, and the Patriots -6 against the Titans. Thank you for joining me this week. I'll do videos either on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday before the Sunday and the NFL games. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.